Hello there, welcome back to my channel, and today we're talking about digital nomadism. If you're here watching this video, it's probably because you want to become a digital nomad and you don't necessarily know how to. Don't worry about that, I've got you covered. I was able to chat with Becca from the Digital Nomad World community, and she gave me some really great tips. I wanted to share those tips with you, so stay there, enjoy the video. But in the meantime, remember to subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, and see you on the other side. Hello, Becca. Well, first of all, I wanted to thank you because obviously, I know that you're taking some, time from your day to have a chat with me. So I thank you for that. I'm also very jealous because you've got that background and I don't. So yeah, I want to dig in right away. So if you want to introduce yourself, say who you are and what you do.
Yeah, so hi, I'm Becca. I am the Digital Nomad World community manager, but I am also a travel writer and I run an adventure overlanding business as well. And I first kind of discovered the digital nomad and remote work lifestyle as a result of the pandemic. And I ended up in Bansko, Bulgaria, where there's a huge digital nomad community. And that was kind of my, I guess, gateway into the digital nomad world.
Amazing. So you've been to Bulgaria and now you're in Portugal. So it sounds like obviously you're doing this for a while. I know that we chatted about this before, and obviously it's kind of like we are both trying to we're trying to find our feet, in the digital nomad world, because it's very early days for both of us. So
yeah,
that's really good. So yeah, you quickly introduced obviously the company that you work for, a Digital Nomad World. So like just to be a little bit more specific, what does it do? Like, what does the community do for people that want to be?
So the Digital Nomad World is an online community for digital nomads and anyone who is aspiring to become a digital nomad. And essentially, the platform allows people to share and exchange information on the remote work lifestyle. So sharing motivation with each other, like you have a community to chat with and kind of share ideas. Also useful information. We have tons of city guides from cities across the world that pinpoint important information that digital nomads would need. And yeah, essentially it's an online community where people can exchange ideas and exchange information. And we also have discounts from all over the world that are specifically aimed at digital nomads. So by becoming part of our community, you have access to our benefits. So it's discounts on things like co-working spaces, co-livings, and yeah, it's just a hub for digital nomads and aspiring nomads.
Amazing. You mentioned some of the perks that you can get from being part of the community, which is really interesting. And actually, it kind of goes into the next question that I had for you. So yeah, the question is like, what value do you get like from being part of the Digital Nomad World community? You mentioned the discounts, which is great.
Yeah. No, that's a great question. Yeah. What value do you get? Well, we have, I would say the biggest things you will get from our site and being part of our community is access to information, like a lot of information, detailed guides for cities, hopefully inspiration. I think we have such a mixed community, a global community, where you can, if you want to ask a question or you're looking to go somewhere, you can just pop it on the platform and you have such a huge resource of knowledge and experience to kind of help you build your journey and transition your life into a digital nomad lifestyle, and hopefully motivation. I think we offer a lot of there's a lot of discussion. We have all kinds of things going on. So we do weekly lectures, all these kinds of engaging activities that will hopefully help someone who is aspiring to be a nomad transition their life, or those who already are have access to really detailed information. We also, like I mentioned before, have the discounts. So those who already are traveling around the world can benefit from really good discounts on co-working spaces, co-livings, things like that. And I think another kind of aspect that is, I think, perhaps coming of more increasing value is the fact that it's a online community that's not part of like a social media platform. I think a lot of people are starting to move away from things like Facebook. So it's nice to be able to have a community that's offered that doesn't have the attachment of social media with it as well.
That's so true, actually. It's funny that you mentioned, because I'm actually part of a Facebook community, and I do find it quite daunting, you know, like it works for some people, but I agree. I think people are definitely moving away, you know, from that. All really interesting stuff, you know, like the co-working and co-living, like discounts as well. I think that's, you know, for someone that has done it before, and, you know, we know how important that is for, you know, digital nomads or people that are trying to work remotely. We have to have a really good internet connection. Like without that, it's going to be really complicated to do anything since we work digitally. So just another quick question was like, how many people do you currently have in your community?
So we currently have just over 4,000 members, but we're seeing an increase of numbers of people signing up every day. So this number is growing, and we're hoping to turn 2022 into a big year and get more people involved in the community.
Amazing. I'm definitely, you know, I'm part of that number, by the way. You know, I'm one of those like over 4,000 people.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then is there like do you have like any video article recommendations that you would give to someone that you would sort of like, recommend to someone that is just starting out as a digital nomad, or is trying to find their feet, you know, or doesn't know where to start, kind of thing?
Well, I think if you head over to our community, we have so many resources for people that are just starting out. I'd say probably something in particular we have is as well as the city guides that give really detailed information about how to find accommodation, what co-working spaces are in the area, the average cost of living and things like that. We also have a section that has tips. So we have articles that are written by nomads suggesting the best equipment for working as a nomad, the best, you know, co-working spaces around the world, or there's lots of like detailed guides and articles on our website. Also, I guess just our weekly lectures are a great way for someone who's looking to transition their lifestyle into a remote work lifestyle. We get experts on every week to interview across a broad variety of subjects and topics, all of which are people who are either starting out as digital nomads or who are established digital nomads and kind of work within that industry. And that's a fantastic opportunity for someone who is looking at the idea or the concept, but wants to actually speak with someone directly. I think that's probably the best resources that we have to point someone who's looking to transition into the remote work lifestyle.
Yeah, I think, you know, that's a big amount of resources, you know, so thanks for that. I mean, it's a similar question, the other one that I had, but like if you had like 3 tips that you would give, let's say a friend, you know, someone that comes to you, Becca, you know what, I really want to do what you do. What are they, where should I start? Like, just 3 tips.
Okay, 3 tips. Well, I think probably the first place to start would be so if you know that your job cannot be remote, then first of all, to start searching for jobs that you can do online. There's so many opportunities online nowadays, and most jobs, you know, especially since the pandemic, are able to allow you to work remotely. So I'd say, first of all, search for jobs online that you can do. Secondly, if you do have a job where you've been working from home, I would talk with your employer, and you know, see with them if there's an opportunity where you can try working, say, for a week away from the office in a different country, and see how you get on, and kind of proving your commitment to them by you know, working really hard and kind of, you know, working with them to see if this concept works for your type of work and for you, because it isn't always for everyone. I think probably a third piece of, I guess, advice I'd give is if you don't feel like you have a skill set for a specific job, then go online and start learning a skill. Teach yourself something new. There's so many jobs online today with so much variety of like skill sets, and there are so many courses to learn. So pick something that interests you and learn something new, learn a new skill, and see if you can push that into a remote career.
Honestly, Becca, that is amazing tips. You know, I'm listening, like, you know, I need to absorb all of this. The second point you mentioned, actually, you know, asking your employer to try and, you know, work remotely for a bit. That's actually what I did, basically, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it kind of worked, you know. So far it's working out, so, you know, it's worth trying, especially if you really like the job that you were doing, and, you know, the company that you work for. It's definitely worth it, you know. It's worth a shot. Okay, I've got one last question. It's not necessarily related to everything we just chatted about, but it's really important to me because some of the people that follow me on social media would know that I launched this playlist that I curate. It's called Nomados, and in there are basically songs that I really love, and they're not really a specific genre. It's a very diverse type of music, but it's just songs that I absolutely love when I'm traveling, when I'm working remotely, when I'm, you know, when I'm just doing things and living. Is there one song that you absolutely love that you think I should add into that playlist?
Yeah, I think you should add "Gold on the Ceiling" by the Black Keys. I think it's a good feel-good song, good for road trips and kind of just cruising along and enjoying life, I think.
Absolutely, that's a really good song. I'm definitely gonna add that one in. And look, Becca, I wish we had someone that could, you know, pop up and just ask questions and, you know, continue this conversation, because it's really useful and amazing. I thank you again for your time, because it's been invaluable. And, you know, I wish you, you know, I enjoy the sunlight in Portugal and any next trips that you're going to be doing. And yeah, you know, best of luck and thanks again.
Yeah, thank you. And if anyone does have any questions, you can always head over to our website. You should be able to find me because I'm the community manager on there. So feel free to add me and send me a message, and yeah, become part of our community.
Amazing. Yeah, and I forgot to mention, actually, I'm going to add obviously any useful links in my description under this video. So definitely, you know, check those out. And as Becca said, obviously you can reach out to her directly too. Becca, thanks again. And yeah, enjoy the sunshine.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Bye. No problem.
Bye.
Bye. Awesome. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I think Becca was an absolute star. So definitely, you know, go to the links that I'm going to leave in the description and reach out to her if you need anything from her, or if you've got any questions. I'm also going to leave a link to the playlist, obviously, and a link to all of the places that you can find me on. So Instagram, TikTok. I also write some articles. Some of them are digital nomad related. One of the latest ones, for example, is about some of the places that you must see in Gran Canaria. Please leave a comment down below and let me know which city or country you would want to go as your first digital nomad experience, or as your second, or third, or fourth, whatever. Thanks again for being here. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.